Just before you proceed, if you were to place on record as to who this person is who made the statement.
Ibambe lapho ngaphambi kokuthi uqhubeke ukufunda ubani lo muntu oyenze lesi statement ewuthi usibhalile.
Volgens die inligting wat ek genoteer het op bladsy 1,
According to the information which I noted down on page 1,
'n ene meneer Bongani Sandisu Ntanzi.
it's a Mr. Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi.
Into engiyibhalile kwi-page yokuqala umuntu obekade ekhuluma nami umnumzana uBongane Sandiso Ntanzi.
Kan u ook net daar volgende sin assisted by?
If you just the next sentence assisted by.
Assisted by Mr. Dominic Ntokozo Mjiaku on request on insistence of Mr. Ntanzi.
Manje ungasichazisela ukuthi la kuthiwa ubekade esizwa ubani kuthiwani kubhalwe ukuthi wayekade esizwa umnumzana uDominic Mjiaku. Umnumzana uNtanzi uyena oyewathi ufuna umnumzana uMjiaku amsize.
U kan voortgaan.
Proceed.
Verklaring op record plaas.
To place the statement on record.
Yaqhubeka uyafunda.
I used to work in Carltonville in 2014.
May I ask my lord, should it
No,
be
let the witness read everything and then you'll
Thank you.
interpret after. Otherwise, it messes up the record.
I received a call from Sifiso Ntuli.
As jy net kan begin, laat ons skus, was onderbreke. Begin by die begin.
If you may start at the beginning.
I used to work in Carltonville in 2014. I received a call from Sifiso Ntuli. He got my number from Muzi. They asked me to come to Basotho Hostel for Sloris. I came to the Basotho Hostel and Sifiso called me to the bedroom. In the bedroom it was myself, Sifiso and Muzi. Whilst in the bedroom, Sifiso told me there was a job that evening. Sifiso and Muzi left the hostel. I remained behind and was drinking and chilling with my friends. Muzi called me to the Vivo vehicle later that evening. He was with Sifiso in the vehicle. When this thing initially happened, we were in Muzi's room and we proceeded to Sifiso's and Ntokosisi's room number 1B. While we were in Sifiso's room, Karos and Ntokosiseni Mapisa arrived. Karos and Ntokosiseni Mapisa then called Kelly Kumalo. They told her that they were all right. We all then left in the Polo Vivo. It was myself, Karos, Ntokosiseni Mapisa, Sifiso and Muzi. At the stop sign, another Polo Vivo came and Karos, Ntokosiseni Mapisa, Sifiso and Muzi alighted the vehicle. I remained behind. They spoke amongst themselves and they spoke with Simpiwe, who came in the other Polo Vivo vehicle. Simpiwe gave Ntokosiseni 2 firearms. We then left. We went to the township for Sloris. At Sloris, we stopped the vehicle. A call came in. I think it was Kelly, and Karos kept on referring to this person as sisters. Karos got out of the vehicle to take this call, whereafter he called Mapisa, Sifiso and Muzi out of the vehicle. They had a meeting outside the vehicle. They came back to the vehicle. Ntokosiseni took out a firearm and gave it to Karos. Muzi had his own firearm. Sifiso had his own firearm. I was the only one without my own firearm. I had a small one in my pocket, but didn't use it. It was given to me in the vehicle. Carlos said to us, we all had to be positioned since we all are going to hit Senzo Meyiwa. We then all got out of the vehicle. Sifiso was the driver, Muzi was the lookout. Mapiso went to stand by the window, also a lookout for someone who might come out of the window. Carlos and I was supposed to get in the house. When we got to the house, he pulled out a firearm. He ordered everyone to lie down and he demanded phones and money. Carlos then gave me a phone. I had a plastic bag with me. There was a plastic container on the table with money. Carlos gave me the container, which I put in the plastic bag. Everyone was lying down. I believe Carlos was told where whatever he was looking for was. Carlos was about to open something when Senzo Meyiwa stood up. There was then a scuffle between them and Carlos, between him and Carlos, my apologies. During this intense scuffle, Senzo took a chair and hit Carlos with it. It appeared as if he wanted to prevent Carlos from taking whatever he wanted to take from wherever he was opening. Kelly Kumalu was the one who directed Carlos where the thing was, which he wanted to take. During the scuffle, Carlos fired 2 shots. I did not see where Senzo was hit, because when the shots were fired, I went outside. I was still in the house when it was fired, and I left the house as Senzo was falling. I ran out. As I ran out, Ntokoziseni Mapisa came in. I ran and got in the vehicle. They remained in the house. I was there plus minus 5 minutes before they came. As I ran to the car, Muzi was standing outside. All came back, Muzi in front, Ntokoziseni and Carlos were behind him, following him. We drove away from the scene, and while driving, Carlos and Ntokoziseni asked for the phone and plastic container which I gave them. Carlos then said, "Here is my watch." We drove to the hostel and went straight to room 1B. Carlos then pointed to Sifiso and said he must warn me. If any word comes out that they were involved, then he would kill me. Carlos and Sifiso then ordered me to go to the kitchen. The 4 of them, Carlos, Mapisa, Sifiso, and Muzi, remained in the bedroom, and they closed the door. Sifiso then came out and gave me 15,000 rand. I was shivering, since I was never involved in such a thing before. We all left the hostel in the Polo Vivo. At the stop street, Mapisa and Carlos then got into the other Polo Vivo vehicle and left. During the drive to the stop street from the hostel, Carlos kept on pointing his finger at me, threatening me. He was also swearing because I was visibly frightened. I forgot to mention, before they parted ways, the 4 of them first had a meeting outside the vehicle. I also forgot to mention that Ntokoziseni asked Carlos at the hostel, "Are you sure you really hit him?" At the stop sign, he pointed me with his finger, saying, "I am telling you, You will, and your worship, Your Honor,
Read
there's a
that word. Can
profanity
you
word.
Read it, because at the SCA and the constitutional courts, they won't be having this document.
You will shit.
Yes.
And he said, a deal is a deal. He also said, if he hears anything, he will kill me. He doesn't know my parental home, but Muzi knows, and he will show him. Muzi walked to his place thereafter. Sifiso then said, I must not sleep at my place. He took me to a place in Johannesburg, a flat, after picking up his brother in Davidton. Sifiso and his brother then bought liquor and we drank. I went to sleep. Sifiso came to pick me up in the morning. They dropped me off in Davidton. After 2 days, Sifiso gave me further cash. I got a total of about 45,000 rand. This includes the initial 15,000 rand. I then got in a taxi back to Carltonville. I had to change my cell phone number since they kept on calling me, threatening me. One other year, Kwabini Sifiso called me and asked me if I was going to come to his hometown. I went to his house and called him, but he then told me he is at Muzi's house. I then went to Muzi's house. On my arrival, I discovered there was a meeting which was about to end. I do not know what it was about. In this meeting, the fathers of the guys who held the meeting were present. I was there plus minus 3 minutes. When we were asked if we are not family, we should excuse ourselves from the meeting. Kwabini remained, and I went outside. Kwabini later said the meeting was about an altercation between the sisters of Muzi, who threatened to tell the police they had Senzo killed. That's all.
Nas istatement ke asifundayo ilesi bekathe sibuya kuNtanzi. Ngangade ngisebenza eCarltonville ngo2014 ngathola ucingo olubuya kuSifiso Ntuli uthole inamba yami kuMuzi yena wangicela ukuthi ngize ehostel yasebasuthwini. Ngafika ebasuthwini hostel uSifiso wangithatha wangisa ekamereni kula mina noSifiso noMuzi sasikade sikhona ngaleso sikhathi ekamereni. uSifiso wangitshela ukuthi kunomsebenzi okwamele siwenze ntambama. uSifiso noMuzi baphuma ehostel, mina ngasala emuva. Ngangade ngihleli ngiphuza nabangani bami. uMuzi uye wangibiza, kwafika imoto iVivo ngemva kwesikhathi ntambama khona lapho. Ubekade eNosifiso kuleyo moto. Ithe uma ngingena
The V8 might try to do this thing in shadows. Here.
This one.
Yes.
We were
Or
in
we went.
Muzi's.
uma iqala lento sasikade sisendaweni yakaMuzi.
We proceeded.
Bese saqhubeka kumthokoziseni egumbini likamthokoziseni noSifiso eroom 1B. Ithe uma silapho uCarlos nomthokoziseni maphisa bafika. uCarlos nomthokoziseni uCarlos nomthokoziseni maphisa bafika. Bese ke umthokoziseni washayela uKheli Khumalo ucingo. Uye wamtshela ukuthi sasikade sizilungiselele sizohamba ngemoto iPolo Vivo. Mina ke ngiyengahamba naye uCarlos nomthokoziseni Maphisa noSfiso noMuzi. Stop sign kuye kwavela enye imoto iPolo Vivo la ukuthi uCarlos nomthokoziseni noSfiso noMuzi baye bahlika kuleyo moto. Mina ngasala emuva ngakhuluma babekade bekhuluma no Simphiwe oyikuthi uye weza ngenye imoto iPolo Vivo. uSimphiwe nomthokoziseni bebakade bephethe ibhamu ezimbini. uSimphiwe wanika umthokoziseni ibhamu ezimbini ayi ukuthi wayekade ephethe ibhamu ezimbini. Bese ke bahamba sahamba ke saya elokishini eFosloras. eFosloras imoto iye yama kwangena ucingo, ngiyacabanga ukuthi kwalikade lisuka kuKheli. uCarlos yena uye wayeqhubeka embiza ethi Sisi. uCarlos uye waphuma emotweni ngalesikhathi ekulelo cingo. uMaphisa noSfiso noMuzi nabo baye baphuma emotweni. Baye baba nomhlangano ngaphandle kwemoto. Bona ke babuya emotweni. umthokoziseni wathatha isibhamu wasinika uCarlos. uMuzi naye wayekade ephethe isibhamu sakhe, uSfiso naye wayekade iphethe isibhamu sakhe. Mina ngangikade ngingenaso isibhamu sami. Ngangikade ngingenaso isibhamu sami, kodwa ngangikade ngiphethe esami esikhwameni esincane isibhamu njengoba sasisemotweni. uCarlos uye wathi ke kwamele sizibeke eindaweni njengoba sasiya siyoshaya uSenzo Meyiwa. Ithe uma siphuma emotweni sonke uSfiso wayekade kumshayeli, uMuzi yena wayekade ezobheka, uMaphisa wayekade eyoma ngasefastereni ayobheka ukuthi akekho umuntu ozophuma efastereni. Mina noCarlos sasikade sikwamele singene endlini. Ithe uma sifika endlini uCarlos wakhipha isibhamu watshela wonke umuntu ukuthi alale phansi, yena wafuna ama cellphone nemali. uCarlos yena mayeqeda wanginika iphone mina ngangade nginesaka isikhwama eseplastic ebengade ngisiphethe kulayi ukuthi kuleso sikhwama seplastic bakade kunenye ebekade kuyinto yeplastic etafuleni ukuthi ngiye ngafaka nakhona kule yanto eyami ebengiyiphethe eyeplastic isikhwama lesiyana. Yonke into ebekade laphayana, wonke umuntu wayekade elele phansi. Ngiyathemba ukuthi uCarlos ubekade uCarlos uye wabatshela ukuthi balale. uCarlos ubengitshela ukuthi zikuphi izinto ebezikade sizifuna. uCarlos yena wayekade esathi uyovula into ethize la uSenzo Meyiwa uye wasukuma, bese kuye kwaba nempi nengxabano phakathi kwabo uCarlos noSenzo, la ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi kula uSenzo aye wathatha isitulo washaya uCarlos ngaso. Ke kwayenzeka ukuthi ubekade efuna ukuvikela uCarlos ukuthi angathathi lezinto bekade efuna ukuzithatha. Kula uKelly Khumalo ubekade etshela uCarlos ukuthi zikuphi zonke lezo zinto. Ngaleso sikhathi kula uCarlos ewashaya isibhamu kabini wadubula kabini, angizange ngibone ukuthi uSenzo ushayeke kuphi ngoba ngaleso sikhathi isibhamu sidubula bengade ngingaphandle. Ngangade ngisendlini ngalesikhathi isibhamu sidubula, ngiye ngaphuma endlini ngalesikhathi uSenzo ewa. Ngiye ngabaleka umthokoziseni Maphisa uye wangena phakathi, mina ngabalekela emotweni. Baye basala endlini ngaleso sikhathi mina ngangade ngihleli isikhathi esingalingana nemizuzu emihlanu ngaphambi kokuthi babuye. Njengoba ngangade ngibalekela emotweni, umuzi wayekade eme ngaphandle, babuya bonke umthokoziseni, umuzi egijima phambili, uCarlos esemuva bemlandela. Siye sahamba ngemoto kuleyo ndawo. Ngalesikhathi size besihamba ngemoto, uCarlos nomthokoziseni baye bacela amafoni la bekade ekwiplastiki engade mina ngiye ngabanika. uCarlos uye wathi nali iwash lami. Siye saqhubeka saya ehosteli, saya saqonda eroom 1B. uCarlos yena wakhomba uSifiso engexwaya, wangikhomba ngomunwe engexwaya ukuthi uma ingabe le ndaba ingaphuma uzongibulala. uCarlos noSifiso bona baye bangitshela, baye baya ekitchen la ikuthi batshela umsolwa ukuthi aye ekitchen. uCarlos, uMaphisa, uSifiso noMuzi bona basala ekamereni, bese ke bavala nomnyango. uSifiso uye weza wanginika imali elingana no 15,000 eyikuthi ngangade ngisatatazela ngaleso sikhathi, njengoba ngangade ngiqala ukuba ingcenye yento efana naleyo. Siye sahamba sonke ehosteli, sihamba ngemoto iPolo Vivo. Stop sign ulayi ukuthi uMaphisa noCarlos bona baye baphuma emotweni bangena kwenye iPolo Vivo, mina ngasala. Imoto yashayela, saqhubeka kwesinye istop sign esuka ehosteli. Kula uCarlos wangikhomba ngomunwe engithusela, futhi uye wangithuka njengoba ngangade ngibonakala ukuthi ngangithukile. Ngikhohlwe futhi nokusho ukuthi ngaphambi kokuthi sihlukane siye bebane baye bama ngaphandle kwemoto. Ngikhohlwe futhi nokusho ukuthi umthokoziseni uye wacela uCarlos ehosteli, uye wabuza uCarlos ehosteli ukuthi unesiqiniseko naso ukuthi umshayile, ebuza ngokudutshulwa laphayana. Kwesinye istop sign uye wangikhomba ngomunwe wathi kimi uma ingabe ngizokhuluma ngizonya. Wathi ideal njengoba siyenzile, uye waqhubeka futhi wathi uma engezwa umuntu ethi uma engezwa noma yini uzongibulala njengoba angazi la ngihlala khona ekhaya kodwa umuzi yena uyazi uzombonisa. Umuzi uye wahamba waya endaweni yakhe. uSifiso nabo baye bathi ngingalali endaweni yami, bangithatha bangisa endaweni ethize eJohannesburg efletini. After ngemva kokuthi alande umfowabo eDavidton, uSifiso nomfowabo baye baletha utshwala, saqhubeka saphuza. I went to sleep. Ngiye ngalala, uSifiso uye weza ezongithatha ekuseni. Bangithatha bangibeka eDavidton. Ngemva kwamalanga amabini uSifiso uye weza ezonginika enye imali. Ngiye ngathola imali elingana no 45,000 uma ngihlanganisa nalo ya 15,000 ebengade ngutholile eqaleni. Ngiye ngathatha itaxi ebe ingibuyisela emuva eCarltonville. Ngiye ngafaneka ukuthi ngitshintshe amanombolo wami wocingo njengoba ngangade ngisathukile ngilibele ngithuselwa. Omunye unyaka uGwabeni Sifiso uye wangibiza wangishayela ucingo engibuza ukuthi ngangizoya ekhaya na. Mina ngiye ngaya ekhaya la ehlala khona kodwa wangitshela ukuthi usekhaya kubomuzi. Ngiye ngaqhubeka ngaya kabomuzi. Uma ngifika ngathola ke ukuthi kwakade kunomhlangano obukade ukhona obekade uzophela umhlangano. Mina angizange ngazi ukuthi lo mhlangano kakade go1. Umhlangano loyo abobaba balensizwa engangikade nginazo bebakhona. Ngemva kwezinyanga ezintathu 3 minutes or not months. Bengilaphayana imizuzwana engalingana nemithathu noma engaphansi la ngiye ngabuzwa ukuthi ngangade ngingumndeni na. Uma ngingasi umndeni ngiphume kulo mhlangano. uGwabeni uye wasala emuva, mina ngiye ngaphumela ngaphandle. uGwabeni ngemva kwesikhathi uye waphuma kumhlangano. Obekade uphakathi kwabo nabosisi bakamuzi uGwabeni uye waphuma njengoba kwakade kunengxabano phakathi kwabo nobosisi bakamuzi ebekade bethusela ukutshela amaphoyisa ngakho konke lokubulawa kukaSenzo Meyiwa. Ngiyabonga. Nizwile madoda. As the court pleases, my lord, the accused nods their head to show they understand.